The 2024 hurricane season was off the charts. It delivered a series of powerful storms, but one stood out from the rest: Hurricane Beryl. This storm etched its name into the record books. On July 2, 2024, Beryl became a Category 5 hurricane. This was the earliest occurrence of a Category 5 hurricane in the Atlantic basin. The storm was a monster, packing maximum sustained winds of 165 miles per hour. This made it a serious threat to anyone in its path. The Caribbean islands were in the crosshairs, facing the full wrath of Beryl. The small islands of Carriacou and Petite Martinique, part of Grenada, were especially hard hit. They bore the brunt of Beryl's fury, and the damage was catastrophic. A staggering 98% of the homes on these islands were damaged or destroyed. The storm's impact was a harsh reminder of nature's power. The devastation served as a stark reminder of the importance of hurricane preparedness. The need for sturdy infrastructure in vulnerable regions was painfully obvious. The islands began a long road to recovery. Hurricane Beryl left a trail of destruction in its wake. The storm weakened slightly as it moved on from the Windward Islands. However, it remained a dangerous hurricane. Its next targets were Jamaica and the Cayman Islands. Both experienced the force of the storm, with heavy rain, strong winds, and coastal flooding reported. The storm surge was a significant concern. As the storm churned westward, it eventually reached the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico. By this time, Beryl had weakened to a Category 1 hurricane. On July 5, it made landfall. The Yucatan Peninsula was spared the worst of the storm. Nevertheless, the impact was still felt. Coastal communities experienced flooding, with reports of power outages and wind damage. The storm's passage through the Caribbean was a reminder of the interconnectedness of the region. The need for regional cooperation in disaster preparedness and response was clear. Sharing information, resources, and expertise was crucial. This would help to mitigate the impact of future storms. After leaving the Yucatan Peninsula, Beryl set its sights on the United States. The storm regained strength over the Gulf of Mexico, becoming a Category 1 hurricane once again. On July 8, 2024, Hurricane Beryl made landfall in Texas. The storm's impact was significant, bringing heavy rain, high winds, and a dangerous storm surge. Coastal areas were particularly vulnerable. The storm's path took it directly over the Houston metropolitan area. This region is no stranger to hurricanes, but Beryl's impact was particularly severe. The storm dumped torrential rainfall on the city, leading to widespread flooding. The area around Buffalo Bayou was hit especially hard, with homes and businesses inundated with water. Beryl's impact was not limited to coastal areas. The storm spawned a record-breaking number of tornadoes. At least 65 tornadoes were reported across the United States. One of these tornadoes struck near a Louisiana Air Force base, causing significant damage and tragically resulting in loss of life. Hurricane Beryl left a trail of destruction in its wake. The storm claimed the lives of 34 people during its rampage across the Caribbean and the United States. The aftermath of the storm saw an additional 34 fatalities in the United States alone. These deaths occurred during the cleanup and recovery efforts. The financial cost of the storm was also staggering. In the United States, the damage was estimated at $7.2 billion. The impact of Hurricane Beryl was so significant that the name Beryl was retired from the rotating list of hurricane names. This decision was made by the World Meteorological Organization. The name will be replaced with Brianna beginning in the 2030 hurricane season. This is done to honor the storm's devastating impact and to avoid any future confusion. Hurricane Beryl serves as a stark reminder of the importance of hurricane preparedness. We must all take steps to protect ourselves, our families, and our communities during hurricane season. Familiarize yourself with evacuation routes, assemble an emergency kit, and stay informed about weather updates from reliable sources. Be prepared, stay safe, and let's weather the storms together.